So we're going to talk about Kevin Knox. He was not good his first year. The one thing that you could be intrigued by with Knox, besides his size, is his shooting. 34% on 5 threes a game, 72% from the line. Form doesn't look bad. It's something. Could build on it. You give a 19-year-old who's not bad at shooting some more reps and some more years, okay, I could see it. Everything else seems to be pretty rough for Kevin Knox right now. On offense, he sometimes gets tunnel vision when the ball's in his hands. There are times when he pulls up for some rough mid-rangers or long two-pointers. His finishing at the rim was not good. He shot 50% from within the restricted area. In comparison, his teammate Damian Dotson shot about 60% from there. I just said him because they're both wings, pretty much. And the other frightening stuff with Knox offensively is there's not a whole lot of looking awake out there. There are times when he's off the ball where he's just kind of standing there. And I mean, to be fair, maybe that's just the coaches telling him to do that, but you would hope that he was a little more active, whether it's setting screens, cutting to the rim, attacking the offensive boards. I do feel like Knox could be pretty good there. I mean, he's 6'9", he's got a pretty good vertical. I figure playing damn near 30 minutes a game, probably could have averaged like 1.5 offensive rebounds a game for this team. Now, before I go too hard and start talking about his defense, let me defend Knox a little bit. Number one, his team's terrible. Number two, there was a lot of stuff with this team this year, right? In terms of, like, Cantor was the starting 5, and they traded for DeAndre. Everybody knows Mitchell Robinson was better. There was the Dennis Smith trade. In total, this team had 23 players this year. So it was probably difficult for there just to be continuity with this team. There was also, of course, the back and forth of, are they going to play Frank? Are they not going to play him? So I'm not shocked that a 19-year-old in Kevin Knox seemed a little overwhelmed by the moment. And I think while basically every dude they signed was a power forward this offseason, at least they have more grown men, actual NBA players on the team this year who can hopefully just help Knox out and also make it to where he doesn't have to do so much on offense, because it's clear that with a usage rate of over 20%, he just can't handle that right now. Now, you might interpret that as me defending him a little too much, and you might be right, because you look at Alonzo Trier. I mean, Trier's usage rate was almost as high as Knox's, and while I don't think anyone's going crazy over Trier, he was a lot better than Kevin was this season. But my only response to that is everybody's different. Also, Trier's 4 years older than Knox, so I think it's fair to be concerned about where Knox is at, but also understand his rookie season was not under the best conditions. I mean, I'm going to pull a Bill Simmons on you and pull a Celtics reference out of my ass, but you look at Jaylen Brown, right? Jaylen Brown's rookie season, he's on a good Celtics team, culture has been established, didn't have the ball that much, just kind of played off of what everybody else was doing, didn't put up that many points or anything, but you knew, this guy's pretty good. If Kevin Knox was put into that type of a situation rather than what the Knicks were this previous year, he might have been a lot better. Now, of course, with that being said, dude needs to improve nonetheless. Let's get to Knox's defense. He might have been the worst defender in the league. His basic understanding of where to be on defense is bad. Whether it's isolations, pick and rolls, general existence, dude has some things to figure out. Now, do I think he can correct those things? Yes, 100% I do. A lot of it because of his size. I mean, the dude's 6'9", 6'10", with a 6'11" wingspan. And again, he's a decent athlete, so to me, it's just a matter of working at it. I mean, sure, he might not have a natural defensive brain, but through experience and the film room and just having a lot of conversations with coaches who know about defense and stuff, I'd like to think that Kevin Knox can get to a level of at least being solid. Am I expecting him to be the next Iguodala? No, not at all. But can he get to, I don't know, like Blazers Nicholas Batum levels of defense, which is consistently like solid? I'd like to think so. Can he go up a level beyond that? If you force me to pick now, I'll say no, but if he flips the switch before he turns like 21, then maybe by his mid-20s I could see that happening. Whether he's on the Knicks or not is a different conversation, but that's pretty much Kevin Knox for you. He was really bad in his rookie season, but again, between the situation with the Knicks just not being very good and hoping that he works harder and just plays harder, really, that he can end up being a pretty decent player. I guess my prediction for him for this season, well, first I have to figure out what the hell the Knicks starting lineup is. I guess if it was up to me, it would be Elfrid Payton, Wayne Ellington, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson. So if Knox is coming off the bench and playing 20-something minutes a night, I think that could be pretty good for him. And I think it would be good also if he could play with some of these vets. So between, Dotson. Dotson is effectively a vet, even if he's been in the league for not that long. But then you have like Marcus Morris, who's probably going to take shots from Knox, but that might be a good thing, honestly. Portis, who's a guy. Taj Gibson he's an adult. Reggie Bullock is another one. Like, if he could just play with a lot of those dudes and not so much like Dennis Smith or Alonzo Trier, then that would probably be good for Knox as well. So I guess my prediction is Kevin Knox is going to go from being terrible to being somewhere between slightly below average and maybe just average. And that'll mainly be through he doesn't have to handle the ball as much. I'm trusting that he is going to be a good shooter. And then defensively, he has nowhere to go but up, right? That might be me being a little too optimistic, but we'll see. Also, RJ Barrett will create some shots for him, so that'll be nice. I guess you can consider me on... It's not Kevin Knox Island, but whatever that is, I guess I got like 1 foot on it, but I'm also going out to sea at the same time.